And welcome back to Talk to Me with the coach, Mike Mayden, as we visit with Joey Garthright, Boston Red Sox. How does it feel to be in Chicago?
Feels good. I mean, I was here earlier with Cubs, and then I got traded, but it feels good to be back out here.
And as I mentioned before, my show reaches a young audience, so those kind of behind-the-scenes questions what we like to ask our guests. I know it's every kid's ambition to play in the big leagues. So how does it feel to be playing in the big leagues right now?
It feels good, man. It's a lifetime dream, you know, something you've always wanted to do since a kid, if you love baseball like I do, but it's just an unbelievable experience. You'd be out here to, you know, put smiles on people's faces every night, every single night, about 7 months, packed stadiums, and like I said, play the game you love, so it's an unbelievable experience.
So take us behind the scenes and let us know what that road has been like for you to get to the big leagues.
Well, you know, it's not easy, you know. Some people make it up pretty quick. I made it up in 3 years, but, you know, most people don't, you know. And it's a tough road to go from a rookie ball all the way to AAA. That's about 3 or 4 levels right there, you know, 3 or 4 or 5 levels. So some guys have to go through each one just to get to the major leagues. And I had a friend of mine, Bobby Scales, who after 12 years finally made it up this year with Chicago. So, you know, it's not a tough road, but, you know, you just keep grinding until you actually get there. Once you get there, you know, as you see, it pays off.
And again, I know, having been around the game 30 years now, most kids look at it on TV and they see the glory of the game. They don't know the behind-the-scenes dues that you guys have to pay.
Oh, you got to go, okay, if you don't understand rookie ball, it means you go into a stadium where you might get 5 or 10 people in the stands. The facilities aren't all that great, and you probably stand in a rinky-dink hotel. It's not always the glitz and glam as everybody thinks. You got to start out slow, and they put you in the bottom. They put you in the bottom. So it's kind of works to your benefit. You start in the bottom and you work your way up to AAA, and that's when you start really seeing like advancements, and then you get to the big leagues. But like I said, it's not glitz and glamour when you first start out.
And you know, being away from home, that experience, especially those kids that sign out of high school, they don't understand the transition that you have to go to as a ball player. You know, just a whole different environment.
Yeah, it's a completely different environment. You know, most guys don't sign for a lot of money. Some guys do, but if you don't, you know, you're still dependent on your parents, still dependent on family, friends, anybody that can get some kind of help. A lot of guys still in rookie ball or A ball or double A, eating ramen noodles right now because they can't afford anything else. But yeah, it's a struggle, man. You know, you start missing your family a little bit because you don't see them for 6, 7 months out of the year. So it's just one thing you got to get used to, and got to be dedicated to that one goal and getting to the big leagues.
It's been a while since I scouted, but I think back in late 90s, when I scouted, I think to play rookie ball, you made like $1,500 a month or $1,000 a month, $1,200?
No, not rookie ball. That's like first year AAA play right there.
Okay.
You make less than that, around 6, 7, I think, a month. And you got to pay clubhouse dues, you got to pay rent, you got to pay for your food. I mean, it's a lot of stuff you got to pay. By the time you're done with all that, you don't have any money left.
So you're just playing for free, basically.
Pretty much. You're playing for the love of the game, eating peanut butter and jelly every day. You know, you don't get much, but like I said, it pays off in the end if you actually get there.
Yeah. And when you watch these guys in the big leagues, when you make it, does that make you more appreciative of it?
Yeah, I mean, you watch it. You know, I played in Chicago this year, and that was the first time I've ever been part of a team where like older guys, experienced team, but you know, this is a championship team right here. And you come in and you see how these guys operate, and you see how hard they work in order to stay here. You know, people just think they're good just to be good, but these guys work hard, real hard, in order to stay here. So, you know, I'm learning from these guys, and I'm trying to put it into my game.
So the young ball player, basically, you're telling him he has to eat, drink, and sleep this game just to have an opportunity to stay on this level.
I mean, Pedroia, he gets here, like, the game's at 7 o'clock, and he gets here around 1 o'clock every day. You know, and he's working out, he's getting his stuff, and he's in his uniform when he gets here. So stuff like that, you gotta want it, you know? You gotta really want it. You're not just gonna be handed to you. Some guys, you know, if you're a Griffey, you have that unbelievable talent, you know, you'll get some certain things, but it's the grind. You gotta want it. If you don't want it 100%, you might not make it.
So how much extra hitting do you do to be able to hit these major league pitchers?
I mean, I go in the cage every day whenever we're supposed to be in there. And if I need extra stuff, I let them know. You know, but we hit. We get here, we hit. When we, if we need some more hitting, we'll hit again, and then we take BP. Then after BP, we just, wait. And me being here now, I don't play as much, but like during the game, I'm in the cage hitting a little bit. It's a constant grind of just work.
So to that youngster out there, I want you to take them back to when you found out you were drafted on draft day. What went through your mind when you found out you were drafted?
Everything, man. I didn't know what to expect, because honestly, coming from Mississippi, I didn't really know what the draft. I didn't even know we had a draft.
So here in Chicago, we call you a country boy.
Yeah, you can call me a country boy. Yeah, I am. But I didn't really know what the draft was, man. And after the 10th grade, I started finding out all that stuff, that I can actually play baseball in the major leagues someday. And that day I signed that paper, I didn't get that much money. I didn't get nothing, but, I just knew eventually I'd be there. A lot of people told me I wouldn't, though. And a lot of people doubted me because I was fast and I didn't really, know too much about baseball. I could play it, but I didn't know too much. But I told myself I'll be there, and I believed. And I finally made it.
And when you walked in that locker room for the first time and saw your uniform hanging out?
That was amazing. See that name, Garthright, on the back of a jersey? It didn't matter what jersey it was, but it was just an unbelievable experience just to see it. And I finally got to the big leagues and saw that one. Man, excited. I'm still excited every day when I come here.
The coach take your youngster behind the scene to let you see what these big leaguers go through. All right, thanks a lot.